We wish you all a happy holiday and welcome to English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at exactly 10:30 p.m. local time. First, the top stories. Central Region Activity Assessment Meeting. Eye surgery being carried out in Af'abat. US and Germany new heavy weapons for Ukraine. Mali 49 Ivory Coast soldiers pardoned. The Central Region Administration conducted activity assessment meeting of 2022 and charted out development programs for 2023, indicating the challenges encountered in the past 2 years in the implementation of development programs due to restriction to curb the prevalence of COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. Zari Tawaldebrahan, Managing Director in the region, said that in 2022, relatively encouraging development programs have been implemented. According to the report presented at the meeting, encouraging activities have been carried out in the follow-up of construction projects and roads maintenance, design and planning, Asmara Heritage Conservation adopting an inspection of construction and maintenance of buildings and infrastructure, as well as follow-up on implementation and capacity of projects. The report further noted that praiseworthy activities have been implemented in the development of green areas, boosting economic capacity of women, avoiding harmful practices, renovation and putting in place water containers and electricity power, putting in place information system, as well as in development of teaching learning processes. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report presented and adopted various recommendations, indicating that with the strong participation of the public and government institutions, commendable developmental activities have been carried out. Mr. Fisahaya Haile, Governor of the region, said that boosting the income of the region and strengthening greening campaign are among the activity priorities in 2023. The Ministry of Health branch in the Northern Red Sea region reported that from 25 December to 4th January, eye treatment and surgery has been carried out in Af'abat town. According to Mr. Fisahaye Gergish, head of non-communicable disease at the branch office, eye treatment has been carried out on about 2,200 citizens and eye surgery on 310 patients. Mr. Fisahaye also commended that cooperation the area administrators demonstrated during the program. Dr. Eyob Bayena and Dr. Alam Rede, participants of the campaign, said that the program was carried out in accordance with the preliminary assessment carried out in all administrative areas of the subzone, indicating that cataract disease has been expanding in the subzone. Nurse Asrat Amine, head of the branch office in the subzone, called for putting in place the necessary facility and manpower in order to tackle the problem. According to reports, similar campaign has been carried out in Nafa subzone, in which eye treatment has been conducted on 697 citizens and surgery on 110 patients. International news follows after a short break. Stay tuned. Both US and Germany will give Kyiv's force infantry fighting vehicle, according to a joint statement. US President Joe Biden and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz have confirmed report that they will donate infantry fighting vehicle to Ukraine. The news came a day after France announced that it would send Western-designed light tanks to Kyiv. According to the joint statement released by the White House and German Chancellery on Thursday evening, the United States intends to supply Ukraine with Bradley infantry fighting vehicle, and Germany intends to provide Ukraine with Mardel infantry fighting vehicle. Both countries plan to train Ukraine forces on the respective system. The statement continued, the US and Germany and France have all supplied Ukraine with increasingly heavy weapons since the beginning of the Russia's military operation there last February. Moscow has cautioned the West against arming Ukraine, warning that it treats incoming armed deliveries as target and that such shipment will serve only to prolong the conflict whilst making Western nations de facto participants. Mali's military leader has pardoned 49 soldiers from neighboring Ivory Coast who were arrested in July and accused of being mercenaries. The Malian president said in a statement, the 49 were trained after arriving at Mali's Bambouk airport. Ivory Coast said the soldiers were part of the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Mali and were contracted to work for a private company contracted by the UN. The soldiers arrested and charged against them sparked a diplomatic dispute between Mali and Ivory Coast. The Mali government spokesman said in a statement, the pardon granted by Mali's president, Colonel Assimi Goïta, demonstrates once again his commitment to peace, dialogue, Pan-African and the preservation of fraternal and secular relations with regional countries, in particular those between Mali and Ivory Coast. The mass pardoning comes 1 week after 46 of the Ivorian soldiers were sentenced to 20 years in prison. The 49 were convicted of an attack and conspiracy against the government and of seeking to undermine state security. Public prosecutor Lajid Sara said in a statement at the time. Deforestation in the Brazilian Amazon rose 150% in December from the previous year. This is according to government statement figures. Satellite monitoring detected 218.4 square kilometers of forest covered destroyed in Brazil's share of the world's biggest rainforest last month. According to the National Space Agency DETER surveillance program, the area was up more than 150% from the 87.2 square kilometers destroyed in December 2021. This is according to the agency. It was the third worst December on record for the 8-year-old DETER program after 2017 and 2015. Deforestation in 2022 was also at or near record high during the crucial dry season months of August, September, and October, when clear-cutting and fire often surged because of drier weather. Experts say the destruction is mainly driven by farms and land grabbers clearing the forests for cattle and crops. And now we have a quick review of the top stars. Central Region Activity Assessment Meeting. Eye surgery carried out in Abbott. US and Germany, new heavy weaponry for Ukraine. Mali, 49 Ivory Coast soldiers pardoned. It was Miss Alim Berhana with the news for tonight. Thank you for being with us.